Hello, everyone. My name is Andres Alvarez, and this is my relationship analysis for Humanism Communications 100, Professor Dina Zam. The relationship at hand is myself, Andres Alvarez, and my father, Arturo Alvarez. The history of our relationship began on February 23rd, 2007, the day I was born, and has since then become a lifelong relationship with both good and bad moments. The current status of our relationship, we're trying to maintain a positive and understanding relationship, one that's different from siblings, friends, coworkers, etc. The concept analyzed today will be active listening, conflict approaches, ethnocentrism, and social comparison theory. Active listening aims to describe the process of pairing outwardly visible positive listening behaviors with positive cognitive listening practices. Uh, in our conversations, my dad, he aims to ensure that our environment is in a calm, quiet environment to fully engage and understand what the other's saying. He emphasizes the importance of eye contact as well as to encourage the person if they're going through a tough situation. On my part, I try to emphasize the need to understand the context of situations before solving them. I emphasize neutrality, aiming to be a non-biased source, trying to be as logical as possible. One such things when we're both actively listening is when I ask questions on, like, what does it mean to be a man? How can I grow in my conquest to become a man, and to not only that but provide for my family and be the person that I need to be for those around me. And those are some of the times where we're both actively listening to each other, where he's listening to my questions and I'm listening to his words of advice. Two conflict approaches. The definition of conflict approaches refers to the communication strategies that attempt to avoid, address, or resolve a conflict. My dad is very direct in approach, never neglecting the good or the bad, always telling people how things are, but he's always trying to uplift and encourage them to do more than what they're doing already. He refrains from screaming, from lashing out, and he's always trying to do things in an emotionally calm manner. I'm more indirect in the way that I use silence and remove myself to kind of make my point and to kind of win an argument in a sense. I try to be in control of my emotions, never trying to lash out, never trying to show the other person that what they're doing to me is affecting me. And one time when we were conflicted with such situations where we both had to interact with our conflict styles was when I was late out with not with my friends who were kind of similar in the way we approach things. We were able to come to a compromise and an agreement for the next time we were to go out. Ethnocentrism is defined as our tendency to view our own culture as superior to others. The application of it is in our relationship is that we're both very prideful and proud of our heritage, being of Mexican descent, as well as embracing our religious identity of Catholicism. We're always like our biases are always in favor of our own culture and values, always trying to reframe the situation to our own culture and things that we're familiar with. Some of these things can be seen when we're visiting new places, as well as understanding foreign customs. Like the other day, we went to a Greek or a Mediterranean restaurant, and we were exposed to gyros, kebabs, and all that. And I think for the gyros, we were both like, "Oh, this looks like a burrito. It tastes like a burrito, and it looks like one too." Social comparison theory evaluates ourselves based on how we compare ourselves with others. For my dad, he uses comparison as a way to motivate or uh, have feelings of empathy. However, he can also be critical of the lives of others, not of everyone, but mainly his brothers, who he's like trying to compete with. And for myself, I use it to be empathetic as well, always trying to be grateful for the situation at hand, trying to help those below me to be helped as well. And I'll use motivation as a way to better myself and my situation. I'm always trying to congratulate the fortunes of others, as one day the applause that I gave them will be given to me. Uh, and yeah, to conclude, some of the key takeaways I had was that parental influences offer a way to not only analyze them, but to analyze what we learn from them, their behaviors, their attitudes, and problems that we learn from them, and trying to improve it and trying to better ourselves. Uh, I also learned that the ability to remain calm during emotional or during conflicts is better than lashing out. The ability to express yourself and all your faults is better than hiding them. Being your authentic self is will forever be being being a facade, always hiding behind a mask. And lastly, I learned that you should always be appreciative of the situation you have, because there's always people are wishing to be in your position. The person walking down the street wishes they had a bike. The person on the bike wishes they had the car. The person with the car wishes they had a plane. The person with the plane wishes they had a yacht. And the person inside the yacht, who is 40 years old, is looking at the person who's on the street, the 16-year-old kid who wished he had a bike, and he's saying to himself, what I would do to be able to be 16 again. So that's some of the things that I learned from today's presentation, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.